I'm D.A. Metro. My friends call me Metro. Please feel free to do the same. I'm here to welcome you to the Lightmasters Arts and Entertainment website. Thank you so much for coming. I'm a writer and a filmmaker. I live in Santa Barbara, California, and yes, I feel incredibly blessed. I recently asked myself why I write stories. I realize it's because I have questions and I'm looking for answers. We live in a vast, amazing universe. If we look within, we see no end. If we look out there, it's the same. It all seems to go on forever. So how did I get here? And now that I'm here, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to behave? When I create a character with a burning desire and pit him against a series of increasingly difficult challenges in order to attain that desire, I have to reach deep inside myself to see how he or she is going to respond. And that response has to be true. And that truth, that decision, tells me a little bit more about the nature of a hero, about how I'm supposed to behave as a human being. I grew up in the small town of Ontario, California. Ontario was once the dairy capital of the great Inland Empire. The Inland Empire is that vast stretch of land between Los Angeles and the Mojave Desert. My given name is Douglas Anthony Gervasi. Gervasi is Italian. My father's parents were Rocco and Kate. Rocco came from Calabria, Kate from Sicily. My mother's parents were Carmen and Isaac. They came from the Basque Country. The Basque are fiercely independent mountain people who live on the border between France and Spain. Their favorite sport is to see who can throw a 100-pound boulder the furthest. I attended St. George's Elementary School. I caught lizards and trained sparrowhawks. When my mother saw that I liked to draw, she gave me books by Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo so that I could learn directly from the old masters. For a short time, I was going to be a priest. I read the Book of the Saints from cover to cover. I'm afraid it didn't stick. I went to Chaffey High School. I was captain of the wrestling team. I won an athletic scholarship to UCLA. I studied film and art history. Deep down inside, I wanted to be a rock star. Didn't everyone? When I was in film school, I developed this kind of obsession. I wanted to know who was Metro in Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. A little research would have revealed the answer, but I suppose it was more fun to speculate. Hence, I earned the nickname Metro. It has stuck ever since. At one point, I added a V on the end in order to make it sound more legitimate. Now, instead of Basque and Italian, people think I'm Russian. I moved to New York City for 10 years. I had no idea how to raise millions of dollars to make a movie, so I worked as a designer and a fine arts painter. I met a friend who made a low-budget motion picture. I learned you didn't have to have millions of dollars to make a movie, so I wrote my first story and moved back to Los Angeles. I got extremely lucky. I sold my story and it got made into a major motion picture. My luck didn't last. The movie bombed. At the same time, my 7-month-old daughter suffered severe brain damage caused by a virus. I was distraught and deeply heartbroken. I became addicted to drugs and alcohol. I wrote more screenplays. I wrote and wrote, desperate to get another movie made. But after my debut disaster, no one was interested. I struggled for a very long time. I sank into a classic downward spiral. More than once, I contemplated ending my life. I hit rock bottom. By some miraculous grace, I was able to get help and clean up my act. Today, I have 20 years clean and sober. I watched the movie business change dramatically. Corporations took over. More and more they made movies from best-selling books instead of from original screenplays. Like so many other screenwriters, I began writing novels. I had a lot to learn. My struggles continued. After many years of chronic stress, I was diagnosed with an extremely rare, highly aggressive form of cancer. I beat the odds. To ensure the disease never returns, I now subsist on an organic, plant-based diet. I exercise daily, and I just say no to stress. At least I try. Today, I try to focus on love, joy, and gratitude. Every moment is a blessing to be cherished. The universe is miraculous. So much to explore. So much to experience. There's no one telling me how to live. The choices are mine. I love to write. I love to create. My day starts at 4 a.m. and I can't wait to get out of bed. Everything I've ever experienced, every challenge, every joy, every victory, every sorrow, it all goes into my work. My characters ask the same questions I ask, whether it's Brighton Aviamore, the Falcon Lord, or Thaddeus Pennybrook, inventor of robots, or Leonardo da Vinci. They face the same hurdles I've faced. They get to decide. Choose love or choose fear. Every great work of art should balance spectacle and ethic. I believe art is a way to explore our options, to express the unknown. Art is adventure. If you'd like to stay in touch, share some of the journey, I invite you to sign up for my newsletter. We all get lots of spam, so I only send it out a few times a year. Thank you so much for your visit. I love hearing from you, so don't be shy about dropping me a line. Comment on my blogs. Invite your friends to join us. If you've read my books, I hope you enjoyed them as much as I enjoyed writing them. Be well. It's a magical world. It all comes down to how we look at it.